You've probably heard the saying, a healthy mind leads to a healthy life. This saying means that if your mind is positive and at peace, you can remain happy in any situation. To live a good life, it is important not only to have a healthy body, but also a healthy mind. We all know how to take care of our physical health, but what about our mental well-being? In today's world, issues like stress, depression, and anxiety have become quite common. In fact, over 80% of people today face one or more of these problems, and it's possible that you might be experiencing them too, without even realizing it. If you don't address these issues, they could lead to serious health problems like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other dangerous conditions that might not even have a cure. That's why it's important to take care of your mental health just as you would your physical health. Simple practices like meditation, mindfulness, and maintaining a balanced routine can help you manage stress and improve your mental clarity. When your mind is at peace, your overall quality of life improves dramatically. Rahul, Priya, and Sumit are three individuals who are struggling with these very problems. Priya, who worked as a magazine editor, constantly had her phone ringing. The constant noise led to such severe headaches that she could no longer control them. Rahul, a college student, found his mind spinning out of control. Whenever someone tried to talk to him, he couldn't maintain eye contact, always glancing around nervously and stomping his foot as if he was in a rush to leave. Then there's Sumit. He often forgot important tasks, mixed up details, and frequently missed crucial appointments and meetings. Whenever he tried to relax, it felt like 2 or 3 radios were playing in his head simultaneously. Despite this, he kept telling himself that he could handle even the largest projects. Rahul, Priya, and Sumit are just a few examples of people suffering from conditions like stress, anxiety, depression, and ADHD. These conditions cause what we call a busy brain, where the mind becomes overwhelmed with endless thoughts and stress. If you find yourself wanting to complete tasks but constantly feeling unable to do so, and if you're always stressed about work, then you likely have a busy brain too. If you're not taking this issue seriously yet, consider this is Anoop, a 16-year-old student who took his own life due to exam stress and the immense pressure of his parents' expectations. Then there's Manav Singh, a 17-year-old boy from Gurugram, who couldn't bear the humiliation he faced on social media and ended his life. There are countless similar cases where stress and anxiety become so overwhelming that life starts to feel meaningless. But there's no need to worry. In today's book summary, we're going to learn how you can relax your busy brain and protect yourself from these life-threatening conditions. Hello, friends. Welcome to Books of Essence. Today, we'll be discussing the book Reclaim Your Brain, written by Dr. Joseph Annibali. Chapter 1. Balancing the Brain. Sometimes we all experience what's called a busy brain, when it feels like we are drowning under the weight of our responsibilities. Often, as we try to finish one project, another task lands in our hands. Add to that the possibility of a sick child or an elderly family member needing care, and suddenly the car breaks down, leaving us with unexpected repair costs. All of these factors push our brains into hyper mode, making us feel like we're on the verge of a panic attack. Our minds start racing with questions like, how will I finish my work? How will I take care of my kids? How will I afford to fix the car? How will I pay the bills? But why does this happen? What is going on in the brain that causes us to feel this overwhelmed? To understand this, we need to dive a little into how the brain works. Don't worry, I'll break it down in simple terms. Our brain has 4 main lobes. Think of them as different parts. These are frontal lobe, temporal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe. Each lobe handles specific functions. For instance, the temporal lobe processes memory and emotions, while the parietal lobe deals with sensory information like whether something feels hot or cold. The occipital lobe processes vision, helping us recognize objects. Then we have the frontal lobe, which includes the prefrontal cortex. This part is like the CEO of our brain. It manages planning, decision-making, and attention. The prefrontal cortex works closely with another part of the brain called the limbic system, which regulates our emotions. Now, if our limbic system becomes too active and our prefrontal cortex is unable to regulate it, our emotional balance goes haywire. This imbalance can lead to stress, anxiety, and other emotional struggles. Take Suman, for example. He has been working on the same project at his company for the last 6 months, and this prolonged stress has disrupted the balance between his prefrontal cortex and limbic system, pushing him into depression. The good news is, we can bring our brain back into balance. In this chapter, we'll discuss strategies that will help us achieve this balance and calm our busy brains. Chapter 2: Conquering Negativity. When I first learned about the concept of a busy brain, I noticed one common trait among people who experience it: negative thinking. Their minds often get stuck in a loop, and they find themselves trapped in negative thoughts. As we discussed earlier with Suman, when his brain's balance was disrupted, he started sinking deeper into depression because his negative thoughts were eroding his confidence. His mind kept replaying the same patterns, convincing him that he wouldn't be able to achieve anything in life. He started fearing the future, and everything seemed negative to him. To better understand this, let's look at Abhishek's story. Abhishek didn't know how to swim. When he went to the lake for the first time with his father to learn, he almost drowned, but his father saved him. Despite being physically safe, the fear stuck in Abhishek's mind. He developed a belief that if he ever went into the water again, he would drown. From that moment on, every time he thought about swimming, his mind was flooded with negative thoughts. But why does negativity take over like this? The primary reason is the way our brain is wired. Our brain is designed for survival, and it instinctively tries to avoid anything that seems risky or uncertain. This leads to a bias towards negative thinking. In fact, the brain's right hemisphere, which processes negative thoughts, develops earlier than the left hemisphere, which is responsible for positive thinking. This is why, even from childhood, we tend to think more about negative outcomes than positive ones. This is also why overcoming negativity can be so challenging, but it's important to be aware of it and to find ways to manage it. Negativity is a part of human nature, but how we handle it is within our control. If you find our book summaries helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Now, let's get back to the summary. In this chapter, we'll explore how to recognize negative thought patterns and strategies to overcome them, because managing negativity is key to reclaiming control over our busy brains and living a more balanced life. Now let's learn how to manage these negative thoughts. Strategy 1. Distance and detach. You are not your brain, and you are not your thoughts. Thoughts are automatic, much like your heartbeat or breathing. You can't control them, but if you allow them to control you, they will take over. To distance yourself from negative thoughts, remind yourself that they are merely creations of your mind. Strategy 2. Distract yourself. Engage in something productive or positive. Find an activity that fully absorbs you, like working on a puzzle or talking to a friend. When we immerse ourselves in a task, our negative thoughts can shift to neutral or even positive ones. Strategy 3. Remember your values. When you get trapped in negative thinking, refocusing on your core values can help reduce negativity. Anchoring yourself in your beliefs will realign your mind. Strategy 4. Switch off the button. Imagine there's a button on your head that controls your negative thoughts. By pressing it, you can turn down the volume on those thoughts and lessen their impact. Strategy 5. Have a laugh. Try laughing at your negative thoughts. Humor lightens the weight of negativity, making it less severe. Strategy 6. Deep breathing and physical activity. Breathing deeply can help relax your mind, and engaging in physical activity can prevent you from getting stuck in negative patterns. Chapter 3. Re-rising your stories. The stories we create about ourselves and others are not always true. When we hear or tell a story repeatedly, we grow attached to it and begin believing it, even though it may only be a reflection of our thoughts, not reality. For example, take Abhishek's story, where he convinced himself that every time he enters water, he will drown. The part of our brain responsible for this is the prefrontal cortex, which creates these narratives. If we've had attachment issues during childhood, such as growing up in a disturbed family environment, our stories may become fragmented and inconsistent. However, the good news is that we can rewrite these unhealthy stories and understand our thoughts better through self-reflection. To change your negative stories, follow these steps. 1. Understand your thoughts. Identify your negative thinking. Ask yourself, is this thought even true? Is there evidence for it? How is this thought affecting your life? 2. Create a positive story. Replace negative thinking with a positive and realistic outlook. For example, instead of thinking, I failed, think, I'll learn from this and do better next time. Include positive affirmations in your thought process. 3. Reflect on your experiences. Analyze your past experiences to see how you handled them and how they affected you. Look for ways you can handle similar situations better in the future. Chapter 4. Becoming mindful. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a practice through which you can gain a better understanding of your thoughts and experiences. It's an intentional process where you monitor yourself and regulate your experiences. This means mindfulness helps you step away from automatic responses and become more conscious of your thoughts and feelings. When you practice mindfulness, you focus on the present moment and calm your busy brain. Meditation is one form of mindfulness that can help you find inner peace. The goal is to be aware of your thoughts and feelings and experience life more fully. The benefits of mindfulness include 1. Emotional control. Mindfulness makes it easier to regulate emotions and reduce negativity. 2. Better relationships. Mindful individuals understand others' signals better and show more compassion in their interactions. 3. Improved intuition. Regular mindfulness practice enhances insight and intuition. 4. Less stress. Meditation reduces stress and promotes relaxation, helping you feel more at peace. 5. Health benefits. Studies have shown that mindfulness can improve blood pressure, sleep quality, chronic pain, and even blood sugar levels. Meditation also strengthens brain areas responsible for attention and emotional regulation. Mindfulness can make you feel happier, more focused, and calmer. Chapter 5. Tending relationships. Relationships are the cornerstone of our happiness. When our relationships are healthy, we feel happier and more satisfied. These relationships provide the support we need, which is crucial for both our mental and physical health. However, unhealthy relationships can hurt us emotionally and physically, leading to stress, anxiety, and even sleep problems. The key to improving relationships lies in understanding and managing our emotions and behavior. When we become aware of our actions and reactions, we can build better and more positive connections with others. Let's understand this better through a story. Rohit and Amit were childhood friends. They lived in the same neighborhood and stayed close throughout school and college. Their bond was so strong that people often referred to them as each other's shadow. However, as time passed, cracks began to appear in their friendship. After college, their lives took different paths. Rohit secured a job in a large company, while Amit started his own small business. Due to their busy schedules and new circles of friends, they started meeting less often. Gradually, a communication gap formed between them. One day, Rohit heard that Amit's business was struggling. He thought Amit would reach out for help, but that never happened. Rohit began to wonder if Amit no longer considered him a friend. This misunderstanding only deepened the distance between them. Months passed, and Rohit found himself reminiscing about the old days. He realized he hadn't met Amit in a long time and felt guilty for not making any effort to mend their friendship. Determined to clear the air, Rohit decided to end the misunderstanding. He called Amit and invited him to meet. Amit was hesitant at first, but eventually they sat down together and shared their feelings. Rohit opened up about how he was trying to resolve his emotions, hoping their friendship wouldn't be burdened by the distance. Both of them listened to each other and realized that they had jeopardized their friendship over something trivial. From that day on, they decided to strengthen their bond. They made time to talk and meet regularly. Slowly, their friendship became stronger, and once again, they became the best of friends. From this story, we learn how essential it is to repair and improve relationships. If we understand our relationships in time and care for them, we can bring happiness and satisfaction into our lives. Once you've identified your roles within these relationships, think about how to bring balance to them. Reflect on the role you want to play in the relationship. Imagine what your behavior would be like if you were in a balanced relationship and how your life would look. Ponder over this and try to apply it in your life. Third, understand your and the other person's actions. Pay attention to what you are doing in the relationship and what the other person is doing. Your words and the emotions behind them have the power to affect the other person. Understand that what you say can impact the other person, and is it appropriate? Fourth, know and stick to your values. Understand what is most important to you. Whenever you feel someone is affecting you in the wrong way, stay true to your values. If a relationship feels like it's continuously draining you, end it. Just as we avoid bad food, we should also stay away from toxic relationships. Fifth, talk to a trusted person. If the relationship isn't too damaged, speak with a friend or mentor. They can help you make the right decision or give you the strength to end a bad relationship. Sixth, seek professional help if needed. If the problem in the relationship is deep and long-lasting, speak with a good therapist. They can help you understand and move forward in the right direction. Seventh, keep hope alive. People can change. Change and healing are possible. Never lose hope. Chapter 6. How to become mentally healthy. To overcome anxiety, depression, and stress, you can use the following techniques. 1. Practice deep breathing twice a day, focusing on your heart. 2. Whenever you feel anxious or stressed, try the butterfly hug at least 3 times a day. 3. Try supplements like GABA, L-thum, and magnesium. If they suit you, you can use them daily. 4. Follow a high-protein, gluten-free diet, reduce caffeine and sugar, and exercise daily. 5. If these efforts don't work, seek professional help like CBT or medication. 6. Virtual reality therapy. Use virtual reality to create immersive experiences that can help manage anxiety and depression. 7. Biofeedback devices or heart math. These help monitor physiological responses, aiding in stress control and emotional regulation. 8. Use online therapy platforms like BetterHelp or TalkSpace for professional therapy through chat, calls, or video. 9. Neuroplasticity techniques. Use brain training apps like Lumosity or Cognifit to improve mood and cognitive function. 10. Art and music therapy. Express and process your emotions through art and music therapy. 11. Psychiatric assist therapy. Explore therapy in controlled settings using substances like psilocybin, which can be effective for severe depression. 12. Personalized nutrition plans. Work with a nutritionist to create customized diet plans that support mental health. 13. Mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, MBCT. Use techniques to improve self-awareness and emotional regulation. 14. Digital detox. Schedule regular digital detox sessions to reduce screen time and focus on offline activities. So friends, that was today's book summary. Let us know how you liked it by commenting, and thank you for listening till the end.